Hey guys, it's Jack. Welcome back to the podcast Opinions with Jack. Today, this is the first thing being posted on the Opinions with Jack YouTube channel, so that's fun. I'm really excited to be posting stuff on YouTube. Um, this part is just video because, yeah, this part is only video. Um, because I'm not doing a whole thing video for the rest of it. You're just gonna have me logo, the Opinions Direct logo. So yeah, enjoy and yeah, I hope you enjoy. So we are back with another episode of Opinions of Jack. I am your host Jack today. If you're wondering why I sound like this, I have COVID, so that's fun. I'm kind of filming this from bed, but at the same time I'm not. Like, I'm sitting on my bed, but I'm not lying back. Which I really should, but I'm not. So, today I'm just gonna be doing episode. Sam's not here. So you can hear like it blowing. That's a fan. That's what's good about this mic. This mic doesn't pick. Well, it does pick up the fan, but like it doesn't make. It doesn't like it doesn't. See, I'm blowing into the mic, and right now I'm not doing that because this is a good mic. But yeah, today I'm just gonna be reading on my phone because it's just easier. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up rambling and let's get. First up, we have, am I the asshole for walking out in the middle of my husband's birthday dinner? My husband, 30 male and I, 27 female, have been together for 3 years and married for 5 months. Our relationship has been without any problems until the week before our wedding. My husband was very close woman, let's call her Ava, and that he has known since they were sophomores in high school. I had never had a problem with Ava. I thought it was very obvious husband are just friends. I mean, she had a long-term boyfriend and all, so I felt no jealousy or anything. I actually got along with Ava pretty well. We all hung together regularly. But my husband dropped the bombshell on me before we got married. I remember he sat me down and told me that Ava revealed she has feelings for him, and she tried to convince him not to get married to me. She even broke up with a boyfriend of 6 years to prove that she was serious about my husband. Holy shit, what? I'm sorry, fucking what? What? Hold on, I need to fix me. Is woman writing? Is this girl right in the head? I don't think she is. My husband and I both agreed to cut her off. We uninvited her to our wedding and neither one of us is. She's not gonna take that. She's gonna be like, no, he's been my best friend for years. I'm coming to the wedding. Nah, 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 nah. But anyway, it was my husband's 30th birthday yesterday. He just wanted to have a dinner with family and friends, so that's what we did. So we were all in a restaurant eating when all of a sudden Ava walks in. She walks to our table and says she didn't want me to intrude, that she was just getting her dinner by herself and then saw us. She then wishes my husband a happy birthday. I expect her to leave, and then my husband asks if she wants to join us. I look at my husband like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm visibly uncomfortable and irritated. I stand up and tell Ava that she can have my seat, and then I walk out and get an Uber home because I want absolutely nothing to do with her. When my husband comes home, almost 2 hours later, he immediately starts an argument with me. He tells me I overreacted and acted immaturely. I ask him why. Did he ask Ava to eat with us because I thought we were just on the same page? He replies that I was just being nice and he didn't think time. He didn't. It's been a long time since he's seen her and she probably doesn't have feelings for him anymore. And then he tells me that I ruined his birthday. I'm still upset about it all. I don't think I'm the one in the wrong. I mean, this woman literally tried to steal my partner. Am I the asshole? First off, no, you're not the asshole because first off, she literally tried to convince your husband not to marry you because she has had a crush on him. That's not overreacting. That's called no. Well, that's not that. And your husband is the asshole because it was kind of his idea, I think, to cut her out in the first place. So by him going back on that, by essentially not cutting her out, because by like, oh yeah, come on, and then be like, well, it's been a long time since I seen her, so you're just gonna have to put up with that. And I'm like, holy shit, no, the fuck you do not. But I'm just gonna go on to the right top. Not the asshole. It's been 5 months, not 5 years. Your husband is delusional if you think she genuinely gotten over him and his behaviour was appropriate. Honestly, I wouldn't care if it was 5 years. It's not like she told him 3 months into OP and husband dating. She told him like a week before the wedding with the hope husband would cancel the wedding or at least have doubts about the marriage. It was a decision, not an accident. Agreed, this woman is a homewrecker. And yeah, I agree with that because by saying that, that's like, oh yeah, somehow I forgot that I was married 5 months ago by the time I got to where she showed up to the party, and then like, but then another post and mentions this, and I agree with them. The husband likely never stopped talking to her, and he just started hiding it from OP. I'm reading that from a comment, by the way. I'm trying to see if people can still comment or whatever, actually. But yeah, that's basically what's happening here. I'm sorry. Corona. Don't worry, you can get corona through a pod. I'm so warm. I'm so warm, but this fan isn't help. I need something. Sorry. Like, there's another comment here. I had a guy friend who developed a crush on me, and despite making it clear that I didn't share that kind of feeling whatsoever, he still harboured feelings for me for almost 10 years until someone gave him the interest I wasn't showing him. He threw out our decade-long friendship because he had in relationship zones me and found a replacement. It's impossible to know if Ava is like my ex-friend, which I'm betting she is, or if she's able to get over things quickly, but trying to destroy their wedding a couple of days before his relationship ending, and she should never have been asked to sit down. Yeah, and I can understand that, because if that was me in that situation where my relationship was tried to be ended by someone literally a week before my wedding, I wouldn't ask them to sit down. I'd be like, you had all this time to tell me, but you only told me now. No, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, why are you telling me this now? Why do you have to tell me at all? Keep this to yourself. But also, yeah, I can understand if it's a high skill, but still, if someone is trying to end your relationship, cut them immediately, because that is something you not ever want affecting your relationship, stuff like that. And if that was to ever like really happen, if that was like, yeah, and you really cannot know what it's like until you're in that situation yourself. But if I was okay, I wouldn't be happy. And if it was his husband, oh, this one I think got removed. Place out there. Right, so this next one is marked nothing. My boyfriend wants me to try a strap-on. My 23 female boyfriend, 25 male, told me he wanted to be more experimental in the bedroom yesterday. He also suggested things like a threesome, which I honestly would like to try as well, and I don't mind him opening up about his fantasies. But as he mentioned before, being bisexual, which I already know, and therefore suggesting things to try me using such as me trying on a strap on. It felt really weird to me. I don't blame him for wanting that though. I just don't feel comfortable with that doing that at all, and I'm kind of scared. Now I'm just worried about not meeting his needs in sexual terms. What can I do with that? Well, first off, oh wait, I know you don't really care, but like, I changed position. I was sitting on a chair, and I'm gonna fix me stand now. Here a little bit. Here we go, that's better. I have me stand really, really big, and it's like sitting right in front of me mouth while I'm on a chair, like a gaming chair, and it's comfortable. But if I were you, I'd just like say it to him, I'd be like, here, I understand that this is a fantasy to have, but I don't really feel comfortable about trying it. How do you feel about that? Or maybe like compromise, meet in the middle, have him try one of your fantasies and you try one of his. Because if you can compromise on that and try both of each other's fantasies, then you are able to both get pleasure out of what you want. And sure, I have family and people that I know that listen to this, and I don't really want to say it, but I'm just saying it anyway. Buy a vibrating strap on. Buy one that literally vibrates for you, so you get a bit of pleasure out of it. I have family, and I don't think I have family that listen to this, but I have people that I know that listen to this podcast. So I was really careful about saying that. But yeah, buy a vibrating strap on. Buy that. Like, just meet in the middle somewhere. Just meet in the middle somewhere. But let's read a few comments. Talk to him about your feelings and concerns. He's opened up to you and been vulnerable with you. Simply return the favour. Yeah, I agree with that comment, because if you can meet in the middle on your sexual fantasies, and hold on, let me pause this, because I can feel it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of complaints. Right, I'm back. I have fixed a few things now. But I need to fix it. There we go. That's better. Like, yeah, I do what that commenter says, because that is good communication, and that's something you need in a relationship. Because if you two cannot communicate, then there's no relationship there. Because if you can't communicate your concerns with each other and be open and honest about stuff, there's no real relationship there, I don't think. And if you just open up to him and just be like, hey, I don't really feel comfortable about this. I understand that it's your sexual fantasy, but to me, I just don't really feel comfortable about it. So what can we do? Because if you can say that, then it's if you can communicate. That's just a real relationship there. Well, this comment caught me eye. Well, first of all, don't feel bad or weird if something sexual doesn't exactly interest you. I think it's awesome that you're so accepting of your boyfriend's bisexuality and you're so open to new sexual experiences with him. So long as everyone is given enthusiastic consent, then it's all good. The strap on obviously will be used on him. I don't want to get too personal, but have you ever done anything to him in that area before? A finger, a toy, a plug, etc. Maybe it might be more approachable for you if you two start with something like that. There is a middle ground here. And are you more open to a three-way than you are to stay on? In three-way, it would be another male or female. If it's male, are you comfortable being nearby? If that's male, but to penetrate your boyfriend, it's something to think about. I just think in a relationship, you do need to set not boundaries. Yeah, you still have to set boundaries, but you just have to communicate and like be more open in the relationship. Because if you can't be more open and honest, it it's just not gonna work out in the long run. So if I were you, just be more open about it. But so yeah, I just communicate in your relationship. Right, so this is a new subreddit that I'm going to be reading from because, as you know, I wanted to do mother-in-law stories, so I found a good subreddit. This is called Just Now Mother-in-Law. So, I sound really fucking raspy and I don't like it. I can hear myself in the head. You know what, I'm gonna try go without headphones for a few minutes. No, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I can't do it. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna try. So, this is from Just Now Mother-in-Law. Mother-in-law thinks breastfeeding is dirty. Mother-in-law thinks breastfeeding is incest. Okay. Usually, my mother-in-law is just sort of the useless noise in the background over Zoom. I tune her out when she's speaking, and she lives 3,000 miles away from us. She doesn't bother me, and if she does, I just hang up. Yes, girl boss. This mic is giving me anxiety. I feel like it's gonna. This stand is giving me anxiety. I feel like it's gonna fall. I'm not messing with it anymore. Uh, She's one of those boomer moms that used to use formula because she thought breastfeeding was dirty. Whatever, more power to her. She fed me husband, and that's all I care about. How people feed their baby is their business mostly. The issue is that she decided to come visit us and our grandkids, 3 and 1, and do some California sightseeing. Great, welcome. I bought new towels in our favourite colour because last time she came they were scratchy and she thought they were having financial problems and couldn't afford the towels. I lie and dried them outside, but go off. Sorry you hate exfoliating Betty. Oh, I just have to nearly drop me phone. Great, this mic stand is giving me very, very bad anxiety. I feel like it's gonna fall. Does it look like it's gonna fall? I need to sit up for a second. Oh, I hit off my mic stand. I hit off it. Don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Right, I have a hold. I have a hold on it. Oh, I caught my phone, my foot there. Oh, there we go. The mic fell. It didn't fall. It just like folds back in on itself. Anyway, she gets here, and after a lovely dinner that I did not cook because I'm good at other things, I start getting the baby and toddler down for bed. We have bedtime at the same time to avoid tantrums, and because I like my husband I like my husband, I want to have time with him in the evenings. Oh, kinky. Why did I just make that joke? Right, I'm back in the position I was before. Hopefully, it's better. I breastfed my 1-year-old for sleep and naps and weight loss benefits. Lol. As I'm starting, my mother-in-law tells 3-year-old they can no longer they can stay a week longer because they're not a baby. My husband closes his eyes in despair. 3-year-old has a big complex about being seen as a baby. God help us all. The tantrums begin. Mother-in-law is arguing with Hubs, back in 3-year-old. I've got my 1-year-old gone and on my titties at this point. All is in chaos. Everyone is crying but me. She will not see me tears. I cry in the shower like a boss. Then 3-year-old is tired, emotional and just angry. Paid. They latch onto me free build for comfort fed. This is a super rare occurrence. Like 3-year-old has done this 4 times since they've been weaned. So it does. So when it does happen, I know it's something they need, and so sure, why not? Mother-in-law saw this and lost her absolute shit. She said how disgusting I am to be doing that to children, how I'm sick. I need to get both kiddos on whole milk. 3-year-old is allergic and stop abusing me children. I do not exactly I do the exact wrong thing and started laughing. Have you ever been bitten by a teething baby on one of the most sensitive parts of your body? Trust me, I'm not getting pleasure out of this. I asked why she would think that as my husband is trying to yell at his mom while booking her a hotel, and she says nipple sucking is very erotic. Y'all, my husband's soul left his body. I saw the whole thing. So needless to say, she's staying in a hotel. Husband bought her a ticket back to Florida, and maybe we won't see her at Christmas, which is great because she always forgets I'm Jewish. Well, that's a lot to take in. So this mother-in-law, I'm starting to love this already because like one story to love this mother-in-law. Next week, I'm actually gonna text Sam now and say that next week we are doing a mother-in-law episode. I love this subreddit, and I'll definitely be doing. I'm excited to do the episode next week now. But holy shit. Top comment: does your husband stand up to her and enact consequences? I wouldn't want me kids listening to her drivel and internalising any of it. At 3 years old, they understand everything. And you go, mama, for breastfeeding. Shaming your mother-in-law for shaming you. I can't believe the number of unsolicited comments I get from my mum about breastfeeding, as if she ever had any experience doing so. She formula fed me. And yeah, like, I don't, like, I, I don't think there's a problem with breastfeeding. Like, my sister's pregnant at the moment. She's thinking about breastfeeding. We were all formula fed. I was formula fed. She was formula fed. I don't care whatever way a person wants to feed their baby. Grand, just don't give a fuck about what other people say. And you know what? If someone does say something to you, take the baby off, squeeze your nipple, and just squirt the breast milk in their face, and then you can see what happens. Or make them a cup of tea and put it with breast milk. Pump your breast milk and put it in the cup of tea. That's what I would do if I was a mother and I was breastfeeding someone shaming me. I'd pump a bit of breast milk and I'd put it in a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. But seriously, shut the fuck up, mother-in-law. Some mother-in-laws are just arseholes. That mother-in-law should be putting up a thing, and am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for shaming my daughter-in-law for breastfeeding? Yes, you are an asshole. But yeah, that's what I think. Just don't give a fuck about what other people say. Just don't. Oh, fuck off, Betty. Someone goes, your tits, your choice. Yes. Right. This next one is another mother-in-law story, but it's so. That mother-in-law doesn't. I wouldn't be happy. If I was the son, I'd be disowning her as a ma. But anyway, moving on to the next one. But before we do that, let's see if we have a sponsor for today. So this next one is another mother-in-law one, but it's not from mother-in-law. It's an am I the asshole? So am I the asshole for not allowing neither my mother-in-law nor my husband's ex into my home when gathering a family event? My 27 female husband, 32 male, divorced his ex 36 female Elise 4 years ago. They share 6-year-old twins. My mother-in-law is still hung up to Elise as her daughter-in-law. For some information, there was no cheating or anything. My husband divorced her because she decided she didn't want to work anymore after her maternity leave. My husband had to provide for them all. He didn't like it and he ended their marriage. Elise was the one paying child support though, because my husband and I have the twins more than her. My mother-in-law is always asking me to include her as the mother of her grandchildren, as my husband's first love. That she's alone in the city. That all she does is work. But both husband and I refuse. Recently, my husband got a big promotion and is finally landing the position of his dreams. I was so happy. I'm proud of him, so I decided to host a small family party with mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and his family, the lovely twins, and some cousins, as well as friends. I did warn mother-in-law that Elise was not invited, and that if she dared to show up, I wasn't going to open the door. Well, my mother-in-law had the audacity to show up with her as our +1. Since father-in-law is not here anymore, I said this wasn't a wedding, so there aren't plus ones. So I turned to Elise and said she should leave. Not, but my mother-in-law tried to walk past me and goes, nonsense, you're already here, move, girl. Alright, first off, I wouldn't be that nice. If that was me, I'd go up to her and I'd be like, Elise, get the fuck out. I wouldn't be that nice. I'd be like, here, young one, get the fuck out of my garden. Anyway, but I said no, and I stood my ground. My mother-in-law tried to play this was her house card, but I just said it's mine now, and she's not allowed in. She says if she's not allowed, I won't come either. And if I was like, okay, and closed the door. Oh, there's a lot of good, daughter-in-laws standing up for themselves in today's stories that we get. um, when going back to the kitchen, my husband asked who it was, and I told him it was his mother, Annalise. My brother-in-law was like, did you close the door on my mother? And I said yes. Again, she demands I open it, and that I'm a nobody, that it's not my call, and I say that he's allowed to live with her if he doesn't like it, and he does. My husband doesn't get mad, still enjoys the evening, but with the rest of his family and friends. But mother-in-law and brother-in-law said I crossed a major line, and this won't go unforgiven. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. I would not give a bollocks. God, this family sound toxic as fuck. They really do, they sound toxic. They sound so toxic. I would not be dealing with it. So, that's good. Because, oh no, it's good that she cut them out, not that it's toxic. Well, not that she cut them out, she hasn't cut them out, but it's good that she, like, if I would cut them out. Because why would you want that toxicity in your life? You wouldn't, like, you wouldn't have that toxicity in your life. Like, they sound toxic, so cut them out. Like, but, anyway. Oh wait, I forgot to say, no, you're not the asshole, and it's Flair, not the asshole anyway, so, you're declared not the asshole, and by. Right, now I've read this one, I'm still very confused by it. But I'm stuck and I don't know if I should be an asshole. Me, female 25, and my boyfriend 30 male have been almost together 3 years. In this time I've really grown to love this man, and I always thought he felt the same. Last September I uncovered he was cheating on me and held on to this girl for almost a year and did everything but do the deed. This has not been confirmed and bothers me every day. I told him I would look past it once. He will never and we will see what happens. Fast forward to this weekend, I'm a bouncer at our local bar, so I'm gone home until 4 a.m. most of the weekend. I came home early on Saturday morning to my front door ajar, my patio door wide open, most of the lights on, and him snoring as if he just fell asleep with the bed. A messed up which I had just made that morning. I had a feeling something was up, but let it go and went to bed. This morning when I got home, and if you're a woman, you understand that gut feeling something isn't right, and it bugs you until you figure it out. So this morning I did a big shitty thing and went through his phone. Oh, this is where you made the mistake. I found out that he's been getting really friendly with a co-worker. He won't allow me to come visit him at work, and more I thought it was because he smoked, but now because of this girl. They were extremely friendly, and most of the text messages were missing. The ones I saw were messages him asking if she needed to drive to work, hoping she had sweet dreams, and just things getting mushy with each other. Among other things, like memes, he sent a picture of our sexy time tires, and then that crossed the line for me. My problem is this girl may be 17. See, now, this is why. Anyway, he has told me before that she was 17, 18, and he used to say that age is too young because I called him out on it. But the other day, deadass said she's over 16, so she consent to anything. Holy shit, I actually forgot about that part. I read past that part. And because she was telling me now her ex is 23, I'm completely rattled and baffled. I took her number and I'm telling myself I'm not gonna text her, but I feel like I feel like I need to tell her to run. My problem, I'm done with his ass. I lost my job in January. Housing is at an all-time high where I live. It's hard to find a rental. I'm not sure what the other than save money and run, but Do I call the cops? I live in Canada, so the age of consent is still 16, but he's fucking 30. I'm not sure what to do. I'm at a loss. I just don't know what to do. Leave him. Or is it your... well, if it's your house, tell him to get the fuck out. Tell him, and I quote, get your paedophile arse out me gaff right now before I smash your teeth in. Say that to him. That'll get me out of the house. That most likely will get me out of the house. But I'm still baffled the fact that this girl is literally 17 and he's 30. He's a literal 30-year-old man. That's grooming. That is literal grooming. Top comment. It's almost never that you should be an asshole, but sometimes what you have to do will make someone call you an asshole. Right, if someone calls you an asshole, just reply to them, no, I'm a hemorrhoid, and hemorrhoids irritate arseholes. I actually saying that on Reddit here before, and I think I said it in an episode before. I remember saying it. But like, it sounds like the main thing here is that you want to live and feel like you can, so anything you do should prioritise that. You probably need to work on finding where you can land before you bring this up and break up with him. As for the girl at his work, that sounds scummy but not illegal. If you contact her admitting that you went through his phone, that won't matter much when you break up. But it could matter a lot if you're trying to keep things calm for a bit until you know where you can go. She would probably benefit from someone pointing out what's going on, but she also might resent getting advice. So what to do about her is her has to come second to finding a safe place to go. If you have an opportunity that's safe for you, my opinion is to say something, but be prepared to let go if she's not interested in listening. Yes, exactly. Do that, because again, this girl is literally 17. Maybe she might not even be that, because what if your boyfriend is just saying that just to like make himself feel better and like make you not report him? Maybe but what if she is literally 15? Then your husband, no, not your husband, your boyfriend is a literal paedophile. He's a literal paedophile. Leave him. Like, seriously, he's a literal paedophile. Just now, you're not like, if you do tell, it doesn't make an asshole. Well, it might call you that, but you're just doing the right thing. I can't tell his boss again. So, like, the next comment, you definitely need to call the cops if your boyfriend is a superior to her at work, which I'm assuming has to be correct, given that she is 16 and he's 30. That constitutes statutory rape in Canada. Call the cops and get the fuck out of there. Also, if the age of consent in Canada is anything like the US, it's age plus 3 or 4. So if he was 18 or 19 and our parents were okay with it, then yeah. But 16 and 30 is definitely statutory rape. Yeah, I get that. Oh, right. There's an update here. Update, I couldn't handle everything going on mentally, so I called my counsellor. She made the decision to call Child and Family Service and the police. She is negating that from me and my kids. She's... Right, hold on, let me get... Oh, I can write this. So I'm not back in my chair. Right. I couldn't handle everything going on mentally, so I called my counsellor. She made the decision... So there's an update here. I couldn't handle everything going on mentally, so I called my counsellor. She made the decision to call Child and Family Services and the police. She is negating them from me and my kids because I'm not the problem, and within the next day or two, I should be seeing the police here. I'm currently looking for childcare and work so I can get out of there. I'll update again once everything happens, but until then, I'm going to lock myself in my house and be anxious. So what? You have kids with this man? If he's a literal paedophile and you have kids? No, because maybe they're not his kids, maybe they're stepkids, but if you have literal kids, if he can do that with a 16-year-old, who's to say that he's probably not done it or tried to done it with your kids? He's a literal paedophile. Literal Larry Murphy job. So there's another part to this. It's the other update you gave through as well. Tell them to... Oh, there's another update. Where's the update? Wait. So there's another thing from OP. To be completely candid, I was going to wake up first. So there's another one here. It's the other update you gave as well through. Tell them to let her go and find our parents. Just curious what role plays that. Oh, it's on RD. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna find it. Right, so I found the other post that she did, and the update underneath that. After a lot of digging, I found her mom. I'm giving my boyfriend the opportunity to let her go. He is the only management, or I will be forwarding everything I have to her mother. I'll post an update as soon as I have one. And then we have the update on the other one, the whole being like gonna just lock herself in her house and be anxious. Just stand, keep fucking falling. Hold on. There we go. I have it now. That's better. Wait, can I sit back in my chair? Yeah, I can. It's the other update you gave through as well, telling them to let her go and find her parents. Just curious about Ronald's place in the situation. Then OP goes, to be completely candid, I was going to wake up first thing and tell him I knew. Then I got scared. Then I got anxious. Then I called me counsellor. I wanted to really bad, but there was a history of abuse in the home. I don't want anything to happen. Holy shit, she needs to get out of there quickly, ASAP, and especially she needs to tell the parents of the 60. She needs to tell the parents of the other girl, because if there's a history of abuse with you, what if he starts getting abusive towards her? She's only 16, for fuck's sake. Not even, we don't know what age she is, but she could be 17. She's still really young. This type of trauma could fuck her up for the rest of her life if he was to get physical and to get abusive with her. So another comment here. It's almost that you should. Oh, like this other comment. You definitely it's called the cops if your boyfriend is a superior. Right. So this next one is another mother-in-law one. Kind of not. But before we move on to that, let's see if we have a sponsor for today. So here's this next one. Am I the asshole for going off with my husband and his mom for taking/keeping my Yale's pregnancy test? I, 27 female, found out I was pregnant very recently. My husband, 34 male, and his family are beyond happy and excited. From what I heard, my husband was married 2 times before but couldn't have kids for 10 years. This is obviously a huge deal for his family because his mom will be will be a first time grandma. Sorry, Corona. Anyway, I'm editing. They threw a celebration dinner for us and his mom, and I already knew about the baby. She told me about how she was going to start making memories, start having keepsakes of our grandbaby. I felt a bit confused and asked if my husband bought something for the baby and gave it to her. She said no, but he did bring Amiel's pregnancy test and gave it to her to store as a memory of the news of our grandbaby's existence. I was floored. I looked at my husband like, did you really do that? And nodded while smiling. Not gonna lie, I felt creeped out and disgusted and very uncomfortable. After the initial shock, I just went off on both of them, calling them what they did was creepy, disgusting and highly violating. My husband argued that it was not a huge deal. He just grabbed the test once I got rid of it, put it in a plastic bag and gifted it to his mom's keepsake. I told him because it made me feel violated and creeped out, because this test had my literal pee on it. His mom then said something about taking care of the smell, and I lashed out even more and demanded they get rid of it. But they kept arguing, calling me controlling. Brother-in-law asked me to calm down, but I decided to just grab my stuff and go home. My husband started arguing about how all this was just an overreaction, and I said I ruined his and his family's joy by how I was behaving after finding out about the pregnancy test. He said for him and his mom, it's all about the baby, but somehow made this whole thing about me and hurt their feelings in the process. But this was my literal pay on that test, and I couldn't just help but flip out, even if they ruined their joy for the else. Did I overreact? Now, Reddit has the mark as not the asshole, but I kind of have a few things to say. First off, yeah, I understand you're not the asshole, but also at the same time, it's a thing they want to keep, and I can understand if, like, I can understand, but like, I wouldn't have overreacted. I would have been like, oh, that's great. Just feel a bit weird about keeping Mio's pregnancy test. If you could get rid of it, that'd be perfect. That's what I'd say. So I'd say something along the line of that. Top comment, big red box comment. I think I see why a 34-year-old's third wife, not the asshole. That's actually the rest of the comments are just like making fun of the parent, the Bible and stuff, because they sound really, really religious. But yeah, no, not the asshole. But you did overreact. Right, this next one has a little bit of a trigger warning that I'm gonna put on for neglect and child abuse. So, and also kind of postnatal depression. So, yeah, just like for getting. I, male 23, am married to my wife, Dana 25, female. I work and she takes care of the house and our son, James, almost 3. I work every day from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., sometimes later depending on the shift. Before I go to work, I change and dress James. He is a light sleeper and wakes up to my alarm, and I try to make sure he is all set for my wife to take care of him. I even lay out his lunch and snacks, so all he has to do is play with him and give him his lunch. Well, over the he sounds like such a good dad. Like, he sounds like such like a considerate dad. This took me fan off here. Well, over the last month or so, I will come home to see James sitting in front of the TV as my wife sits on the couch and reads. His diaper's almost always full. This makes this makes me so mad. I always try to tell her in the nicest way possible that she needs to start playing with him and changing him at the very least. Well, 3 days ago, I came home from work with some KFC for us to eat, and James was in front of the TV, not changed, not even fed. Let me repeat, he was not fed lunch, so she was on the couch. This put me over the edge. I simply couldn't believe it. Well, here was where I think I might pass all. Had to turn my fan back on there because it was very, very warm. Oh shit. Uh, I set the food down, filled the cup with cold water, and poured it over her crotch, and told her she couldn't have dinner. Of course, she started yelling and asked why. I pointed to me. Why? I set the food down, filled the cup up with cold water, and poured it over her crotch, and told her she couldn't have dinner. Of course, she started yelling and asked why. I pointed to my son. I told her that for someone treated like this, then she should at least know what it's like to be uncomfortable and unfed. She said that I would have no idea how hard it is to be a mom because I work all the time. She says, well, at least I take care of James. At least I don't neglect him. She says, fine, she said, fine, you are care of them then, and left. She's been staying at her mom's, and all of her siblings have been calling me, telling me I need to apologise and what an asshole I am for calling her neglectful and pouring water on her. Am I the asshole? What should I do? Now there's an edit and 2 updates to us. I'm going to read out the edits, the updates, and then I'll give my opinions on this. We'll read some comments. So the edit is, I'm sure he's been taken care of based on the fact that when I get home, he is very hungry. I'm sure that he isn't being taken care of based on the fact that when I get home, he is very hungry. And when I asked her if he'd been fed and changed, she will never give me a clear answer. It's always he shouldn't need it, or he isn't it okay to go for a couple of hours, and even I'm too tired for this conversation. Also, I love my wife. I know it probably doesn't seem like I do, but I do. I want to help her, but she keeps saying I need to back off and that she is perfectly fine and doesn't need any help. Right, here's the update on the post. First off, I want to say thanks for all the support and advice. I feel since some of my actions were affected by you guys, I should update you on the situation. So a couple of days after I posted, she came home. I let her get situated and then sat her down for talk, which I should have done in the first place. I set some very clear boundaries. Giants has to be fed and played with, and she should only revive 30 minutes of TV a day. Then I asked if she was okay and what's been going on. She said that it had been incredibly hard for her to even get out of bed, and that on some days she just hates being a mom. This broke my heart. I told her that if we budget, we can afford to get her therapy. We found a woman who looks like a good fit, and our first session was yesterday. Already my wife seems to be doing better. So hopefully this keeps up. I also asked if she would like to get a job 1 2 days a week, and I can take care of James on the day she works. She loved the idea, and they were and were cute. The job hunting for her. Hopefully this will make things easier for my son and for her. Thank you all again. Now, I don't think you're the asshole. I think your wife is the asshole, and I think, as she says there, she depression, postnatal depression. Like yeah, I just have a bit of depression, postnatal depression there, that maybe she can work on, and she could work on. So I'm back, and I'm actually sitting at my desk now because I managed to get away to fix it, so I can record at my desk. But so yeah. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I think that it is, and we don't really need to know. I just think not the asshole, wife's the asshole. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I'm actually gonna do one more. Right, so this is the last one that I have, and then we're gonna finish up. So am I the asshole for arguing with my daughter's dad after he told her about his diagnosis? My 36 female and my daughter, Leah, 39 female, and dad, 37 male, got divorced 3 years ago. We used to share custody of her, but now that our dad got recently diagnosed with cancer, things are a bit of a mess. He and his family have been busy with the illness since Leah hasn't gone to stay with him for 2 weeks now. He and his sister visited days ago. They saw each other and requested a private minute with her in their room. I gave them all the privacy they needed, but as soon as I heard commotion, I decided to enter the room. I walked in on them hugging, and both him and Leah were crying, and I freaked out because I didn't know why they were crying, but she refused to answer when I asked. She left her room, and I immediately asked her dad what happened. He told her that he just told her about his diagnosis. I was in shock. I asked if he serious did, and he told me that he looked confused. I told him he shouldn't have done that without telling me. He looked even more confused and said that Leah needed to know because he needs her as part of his support to recover. And he said that he didn't get why he was supposed to wait or consult me. I got mad and told him that this wasn't okay, but he lashed back at me saying he didn't need to get my permission to tell her since he is her father and since it doesn't concern me. But I disagreed harshly. I told him that he made a huge mistake because of how this can and will affect her mental and emotional health, and respond by saying that I was unreasonable to expect him to hide his diagnosis from her and acts like he's okay when he's not. He called me selfish because I know his health will impact her, but doesn't want her to neglect. But he doesn't want her to think he's neglecting her when he's gone through rough times. I told him she wouldn't notice, especially since I suggested having her come live with me while he gets treatment, which is what we were doing now. He didn't, like I said, as I tried to walk out, but I told him that we weren't done. His sister came in and started arguing with me, and told that he was getting ready to leave. She chilled me off for about 5 minutes about how I should stop having expectations of our brother and acting like the authority or legal connection to him that I had to leave because I couldn't take it anymore. We haven't talked about it since, but the sister has been all over me about it. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole because kind of, but like, I don't really know, to be honest. I'm reading a few comments here, and like some of the comments, I kind of agree with them. Kind of an asshole, kind of not. Like, yeah, I understand it's his decision to tell. I understand it's his decision to tell them about his diagnosis, but also at the same time he could have at least insulted her. But top comments, you're the asshole for every reason they already explained to you. You're a control freak. I'm honestly struggling to see how OP thinks she's in the right here. I feel like I must be missing something because it's so blatantly awful. Yeah, I agree. She is the asshole. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. So my final verdict, yeah, asshole. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks for listening. I actually can't believe I managed to get an episode up while I was sick with COVID, but I did. I tried to film one yesterday because I'm filming this on Thursday. I tried to film this on yesterday, Wednesday, but I just couldn't. I got 20 minutes to get a full episode done. So yeah, that's good. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.